There's just so much.
You're listening to a Mamamia podcast.
Mamamia acknowledges the traditional owners of land and waters that this podcast is recorded on. Hello and welcome to Cancelled, the podcast that looks at silly celebrity crimes and assigns charges and sentences to them so we can all move on with our lives. I'm Claire Stevens.
And I'm Jessie Stevens.
I thought you were going to say, and I'm joined by...
Jessie Stevens.
Jessie, you have a lazy girl story.
I do. Look, I have a few as always. I have one from our friend who said that she's been too lazy to think of like how to write this, but she says that she's fallen asleep in a DJ booth in the middle of a wedding and on a bridge. And I don't know if she was walking or driving on the bridge.
I think if I was
stopping.
walking across a bridge, I think there's a point where I'd go, I'll just pull up for just a brief nap.
Yeah, for just a brief rest.
Yeah.
She also said in a separate message when she kind of mustered the energy to continue her story, she said, I vacuumed my kitchen bench. Okay. And then we had another woman who said, love the podcast, lazy girl story. And then she said, sorry, it's taken me so long to contact you, ... you know. And then she
That
said,
seems to be a common theme.
I was putting my hair up for work, running late, realised I'd left a piece of hair out of her ponytail that she'd put up.
Every day.
And then
Every day.
What did she do?
Did she cut it off?
Yes. She saw scissors and she was like, I can't be tying.
I could redo the ponytail, or I could every day just cut off the piece that doesn't fit.
That's what she did. And of course, our favourite of the week, which was on one of our posts on Instagram, someone wrote, I just want to say thanks for normalising laziness. There has always been such a negative stigma attached to it, and it feels good to be seen. In 1923, a study of laziness was... And then she left it for a bit. And then she followed up and said, nah, sorry, too lazy to finish.
I love her. I actually think that that's incredibly true, that we've normalised so many things these days. And we need to normalise laziness.
Yeah.
Because what we've done is we've really glorified hustle culture. I'm not here for it.
No, because I'm too tired. I tried to make a lazy girl sort of a thing on TikTok the other night. And I was like, hashtag lazy girl, like kind of lazy girl talk. I even like full did it.
I didn't see
no lazy girl's making a fucking TikTok. She doesn't have time. She looks at it and she thinks, oh, I'll make one of those one day. And she never does. So that's why it hasn't really gone off. But lazy girls can like it.
I was going to say lazy girls are spending a lot of time passively on TikTok.
Exactly.
But Jessie, on today's episode, we're talking about Selena Gomez.
But I gotta keep an eye out for Selena.
We can't call her a lazy girl.
Because she's a singer, actor, producer. She's actually not a lazy girl. And she's never been a lazy girl. She hasn't been lazy. She was a kid and she was working.
Yeah, she was.
She is fighting with friend of the cancel courtroom, Hailey Bieber, and another friend of the cancel courtroom, Kylie Jenner, in a feud we think started because she used to be in a relationship with another friend of the cancel courtroom, the man who thought Anne Frank would have been a believer, and the father of Morley, Justin Bieber.
All right.
So what we've got is a bit of a web. And sometimes you'll know this. Sometimes you go to court and you see that what's happened is that someone's just been spending a lot of time with criminals, or they're wrapped up in the drama with other criminals.
We wondered that with Oprah.
Yeah, so the police just go, not sure what you've done, feel like you should go to court. Because why have you been so
associating with criminals over
Let's
here.
have a chat.
Yeah.
That's the case with Selena. Selena Marie Gomez is an American singer, actress, producer, and businesswoman. Apparently Rare Beauty is quite good.
When I realised that was her, I was like, oh, that's like legit. It's not like Hailey Bieber's, what's her thing called?
Rhode skincare.
Right.
Yeah. But no, Rare Beauty is always sold out at Sephora.
Apparently it's amazing.
Can't get my hands on it.
Yep.
Jessie, did you know that as a child, Selena was on Barney and Friends?
I love you.
Yes, I did, because I watched the first half of her documentary.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I hadn't seen it. Well, as an adult, I feel weird about Barney.
Why?
I don't know. He's just, why does he enjoy hanging out with children so much? And he's got this weird little laugh that he does at the end of every song.
Did we watch Barney?
Oh, did you know that laughing is good for you? Just like eating healthy food and exercising?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I was never really that into it. There were a lot of kids shows that I never really got that into and was like, I don't know why this is on, Mum.
I think we were a bit cynical as kids.
Yeah.
We're like, it's a purple dinosaur. It's not real.
Yeah. We much preferred Brum, Bananas in Pyjamas, Johnson and Friends. Anyway, so she
Things
was
of
on
that-
Barney.
She was on Barney. Then she gets a recurring role on Hannah Montana.
Yep.
But she became famous starring as Alex Russo on Disney's Wizards of Waverly Place.
And it's important to note that for a generation just below us, very famous.
Well, you know everything's gonna be a breeze. There will no doubt justify the
We're a little old for Selena
We are.
Gomez. We were born in 1990. If you were born in about 95,
I reckon.
Gomez was your gal.
Yes.
Maybe Hilary Duff was more ours. She's a little bit older.
But for a long time, I was like, who is this girl
Yep.
and where did she come from? She also appeared in movies like Another Cinderella Story, Spring Breakers, and one of my favourite movies of all time. And when I say this, people think I'm joking, but I'm not. Bad Neighbours 2 Sorority Rising.
Yeah, that was actually a great film.
Welcome to Phi Lambda.
Hi, what are you doing? We don't hit joints in here.
Your parties must suck.
No, we don't throw parties here. In the United States, sororities are not allowed to throw parties in their own houses. Only frats can.
This is a sexist, restrictive system. We're gonna start a sorority that can party the way that we want to. What's the name of our sorority?
Kappa. Kappa Nu.
Yeah, that was actually a great film.
I'm not
Forgot she was in it.
joking. I'm not joking. Incredible film, incredible cast. Rose Byrne, Zac Efron.
Funny.
Go and watch
Funny,
it.
huh?
It's a genuinely funny, haha. Jessie, she executive produced 13 Reasons Why. And that in itself, we don't even need to take it any further. That's a crime because
Yeah.
I think that might be one of the worst shows ever created by humanity.
Okay, what if you killed yourself, but what if you continued to troll everyone beyond the grave? What if?
Selena Terrible. It was originally meant to be a film starring none other than Selena Gomez.
Really?
Then it became
and
a
then,
TV
didn't
show.
they make a second series?
Jessie, there are 4.
Really?
By the 4th, people got very upset.
Yeah, we're milking it.
She now executive produces and stars in Hulu's Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, which is actually meant to be really good.
Apparently it's amazing. She's
Yeah.
been nominated for like Emmys and stuff.
How well do you know your neighbors? You see many of them every day. But have you ever wondered what goes on behind their doors?
I think we should just hit him with the charm.
Good. Excellent. So I'll take the lead on this.
Excuse me?
Well, I can turn on the charm.
Is it on now?
It's just warming up.
In terms of her music career, she originally released 3 albums with her band, Selena Gomez and The Scene. Never heard of it.
them.
Then she went solo with singles like Come and Get It.
Yep, and also Good for You, Good for You.
And also Hands to Myself. Can't keep my
hands
to myself. And Lose You to Love Me. That's a huge song that's meant to be about Justin Bieber. Doesn't come to mind.
Okay.
I should have YouTubed it.
Yeah, I feel as though if I started singing it might come out.
Yeah.
But interesting.
She is the most followed woman on Instagram.
As established.
As
Her and bloody Cristiano Ronaldo or whatever his name is. Because you must be big in Spain. Yes.
really big population there. Now, you might be thinking, guys, I'm sure I've heard you talk about Selena before on Cancelled. I'm
Yes,
sure
we
you've
went through a
done
stage
an
where we
episode.
accidentally brought her up every episode when she wasn't related, and we kept saying we should do a whole episode on her, and now we are. Claire, why did we keep bringing Selena Gomez up?
Because a listener reached out to us to say, look, I'm not a reporter, but it would appear...
None of us are. Sorry, I'm looking around the room for a reporter. Continue.
I mean, it's not about being a reporter. It's about having opinions. But it would appear that Selena Gomez's best friend donated her kidney to her, and then Selena wasn't nice to the kidney and is no longer close with the friend.
We hadn't fact-checked this,
No.
but we liked the idea of it. A, being a bitch to the person who gave it to you, and B, treating that kidney like
Badly.
shit. Yeah,
It
that
raises
excited us.
a lot of moral questions.
Yeah.
And we thought...
Well, whose kidney is it?
we thought, you know what? This isn't a case for a real courtroom. Maybe it is, actually.
This is an ethical dilemma.
This is a case for the cancel courtroom. My structure for today is as follows. Selena v. Hailey v. Kylie CC Justin Bieber.
Yes, I understand completely.
The kidney,
Yeah.
a rude interview, her feud with Lord, and being problematic, mostly according to Tumblr. Jessie, Selena, Hailey, and Kylie.
At some point,
I've got
I
a place.
watched half the documentary and I have some notes.
I've got a place
Right,
to
yep.
insert your thoughts. I've
Okay.
actually structured because you often insert your thoughts
Too
where they're not
early.
needed.
Yeah.
Let's start at the beginning of the Hailey Bieber, Selena Gomez, Kylie Jenner story because it is so bizarre and you're going to think, is that it?
All right.
And the answer will be, yep. Hailey Bieber is married to Justin Bieber,
Everyone knows that.
who Selena dated on and off for 8 years. Justin and Selena took a break in March 2018. By July of that year, he had proposed to Hailey. No one talks about this enough.
It's all anyone on the internet talks about.
So close. So I feel like there's weird vibes there. And then Kylie Jenner and Selena Gomez have been neck and neck for most followed woman on Instagram. And I feel like there's some tension. Firstly, in January, paparazzi photos of Selena Gomez in a bikini are published. And she is widely body shamed. It's horrible. Shortly after, Hailey Bieber posts a TikTok featuring herself, Kendall Jenner, and singer Justin Sky lip-syncing to the words,
I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right.
And isn't that just a trend
Yeah,
on TikTok?
like I can
I've seen
hear it in
lots
my
of
head, yeah.
people. Yeah, all right.
Now, Hailey ended up deleting the video, which some people thought was evidence that it really was aimed at Selena. When one person shared Hailey's video and said, Hailey is a bitch, Selena liked that video and then commented, it's okay, I don't let these things get me down. Be nice to everyone.
All right, I need your take. That video was not a dig at Selena, was it? It's hard to see it as a dig at Selena. It's a long
pretty long bow. And this is a common theme that we'll get to later on. If this is bullying,
Yes.
it's bad bullying.
Yes.
Because the vagueness.
You've got to be quicker and harsher
It's like-
and more explicit.
It's like, as a bystander who should be willing to jump in,
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Bullying should never, and you can quote us on this, we'll put it in the book. Bullying should never be confusing.
It should be just blatantly obvious.
Yes.
Are you bullying or are you not? And also, what are we bullying of?
Which is fine. It's fine. We'll bully.
Yeah.
But we just need to know what we're doing and why.
Who it's
Yes,
aimed at
yeah.
and why. Hailey then commented saying it was just fun on a girls' night, wasn't directed at anyone.
Okay.
But put that to the side because that's not even the drama. That's just a little bit of backstory. It's February 21, and on TikTok and Instagram stories, Selena posts this video. And it's her, I think she's got a filter that kind of makes her look Bella Hadid-ish.
So my name is Bella Hadid.
But over the top of the video, it says, I wish I was as pretty as Bella Hadid. Then she posts another video showing her eyebrows where she says, instead, this is me. I laminated my eyebrows too much. My name is Selena Gomez. See, it doesn't even sound sexy. She's being self-deprecating, saying Bella Hadid
Is prettier than me.
is
Okay.
very beautiful.
Yep.
And I think I did my eyebrows.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Kylie Jenner, shortly after, then posts this to her stories. Jessie, explain what you see.
I see Kylie Jenner being like, this was an accident? ? But I don't know what's an accident. Maybe her eyebrows, but then she's written it over her eyebrows. I don't really understand. But then Kylie, it looks like she posted a screenshot of her and Hailey Bieber on FaceTime with a close-up of their eyes and eyebrows. So it does sort of look like two high school girls making fun of an eyebrow remark. What, is that a long shot?
No, that's exactly what everybody thought. But
I mean, they've all had their eyebrows laminated, I assume.
I assume so. But I guess my question is, like, if it's throwing shade, explain it to me. What's the shade? Ha ha, you're talking about eyebrows? Ha ha, you got your eyebrows laminated? Ha
Like if we're
ha.
calling Selena Gomez ugly, then
Like, be more explicit. If that's the insult.
I don't understand.
I
would ignore this because I'd go, if they're trying to bully me, then they're being too vague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people are going to be confused.
So what happened from there?
So then everyone loses their shit. Like, literally, there are videos with millions and millions and millions of views where Selena's fans are saying that Kylie and Hailey were being bullies and mean girls, and they're like their wives and mothers.
Great point. And here's the thing. Kendall or Kylie or whatever that is.
It's Kylie. Kendall was only involved in the lip syncing.
Okay, the Biebers and the Jenners. I have no doubt they have a group chat on WhatsApp called Selena's Being Annoying on TikTok, where they share Selena's TikToks and they go, her eyebrows are stupid. I've no doubt. Are they stupid enough to post it to their millions and millions of followers?
Maybe.
Perhaps.
I guess my question is, I've got two things. It's like, if it's bullying,
Yeah.
But if it's not bullying also, like,
yeah, weird content.
Like, weird content. Because they've come out and been like, no. It was nothing, just random. And it's like, can you also just explain that to me? Why were you on FaceTime sharing photos of your eyebrows?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you charge $1 million for a post.
Yeah.
So we're just throwing out posts of our eyebrows. We're cheapening our own brand.
On February 22, Kylie comments on a video speculating she had thrown shade at Selena, saying, "This is reaching no shade towards Selena ever, and I didn't see her eyebrow posts. You guys are making something out of nothing. This is silly."
Okay.
Selena responds, "Agreed, Kylie Jenner. It's all unnecessary. I'm a fan of Kylie." Oh, done. No bullying.
Finn.
No.
Oh.
Because the thing about Selena is that she's like, I hate the drama. Nothing's happening.
She loves it.
And then she constantly goes and likes posts and leaves comments which fuel the drama.
Mm-hmm.
Am I complaining? No. Thank God. This is the news cycle for like a week.
Yeah.
The next day, she starts liking a bunch of fans' TikToks, including one from a fan who criticised Mean Girls and Nepo Babies for attacking Selena. She also defended her friend Taylor Swift in the comments of a TikTok video that showed Hailey Bieber pretending to vomit when Taylor was mentioned. So it's like they're talking about Taylor Swift lyrics and the punchline's about Taylor, and as her name's mentioned, Hailey's like, "Ugh," and pretends to vomit.
Is that mean? Was it in a mean context?
Yeah, it was in a mean way. Yeah.
Okay.
What I will say is that was probably from like 2017, 2018.
Right, we're digging things
when,
up.
which you're 7, which is Hailey Bieber's age, that was a long time ago.
Yep.
And so it is weird to just drag stuff up and be offended by it. But Selena commented on that video, "So sorry, my best friend is and continues to be one of the best in the game." So she's defending her friend Taylor Swift. She then says she's taking a break from social media because she's 30 and she's too old for this.
Yeah. Right. Shit.
She's too old. A week later, she comes back and just kind of resume.
Sorry, me.
My thing about this is that Hailey and Kylie, if they are bullying, very bad at bullying.
Yeah.
Very, very bad. The LA Times described the story as comprising a vanishingly small amount of drama, and that's really accurate.
Like into an enormous amount of content. Minimal drama for maximum content. And that I appreciate.
Like, what actually happened? You know?
Yeah.
That took me, what I just presented to you, took me like 4 hours.
You know, you just get a vibe that there's shade. that happened.
That's what we're entering into the courtroom. Shade.
You know when sometimes there's drama and you're like, I don't want drama, and you say that, but then you do, so you lean back into it and then you just like start a fire and leave again. That's what's happening. Yeah, and that's what Selena's doing, and I can relate to that. You go, I'm above this, and then you're like, actually, I'm going to call mum. You know? Talk to mum about it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. Selena won, I think, because she got heaps of followers. Kylie and Selena were neck and neck, like 380 mil.
Yeah, on Insta. Yeah.
And then I believe Kylie went down by a couple of mil. Selena went up by a couple of mil.
Them people in Spain, they know what's up.
The question also is, Selena won, but won what? No one knows.
No one knows.
No one knows.
So far, not cancelled.
So far, not cancelled. Moving on to the kidney. Selena met fellow actor Francia Razer in 2007, and they instantly became best friends.
That's a red
Francia Razer is currently in How I Met Your Father.
This is the story of how I met your father.
But she was in Secret Life of an American Teenager. That's where I know her from.
Okay.
It was on
So I didn't
Fox
realise
8.
she was an actress. I just thought she was Selena's friend. All right.
No, she's an actor in her own right. In 2017, 3 years after being diagnosed with autoimmune disease lupus, Francia donated her kidney to Selena. Basically, lupus was causing Selena's kidneys to fail, and the demand for kidneys is so high it was going to take years. So what you can do is see if you have a match within your personal life. And some people talk to their family and there's no one who's a match. But she found a match. And I watched a video where Francia explains the whole process. She says she agreed to get tested, but the way she found out she was a match was unexpected. It's a bit of a long story, but Francia let Selena's assistant know that she was keen to get tested.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted to surprise Selena.
When I found out I was a match, it wasn't the way I expected. One day I got a phone call from Selena, a FaceTime, and she's like, "For a match!" And I'm like, yay! What? How do you know this? I had a way that I wanted to tell her when I made the decision. I knew it was going to happen. I just knew at that time. It's a big thing.
So she's retelling this story. She sounds really sarcastic.
Yeah.
And she's like, how do you know this? She says she had this way that she wanted to tell Selena. And so when Selena told her, she was angry.
Ooh.
And she called her social worker, who was working with her on the whole thing.
So I hang up and I call my social worker and I'm angry. And she told me, it's going to be hard. The recipient is going to glow and she's going to recover a lot faster than the donor is because she's receiving something she needs. You're losing something you don't need to lose. It's going to be hard. And it was very hard.
Do you get the sense that Francia didn't know what it meant to donate a kidney?
Yes.
I feel as though, all right, my friend needs a kidney. And I feel like everyone, as a fun thing, goes and gets tested. Shit gets real when you test as a match,
mm-hmm.
and then it's just assumed that you're giving your kidney. I feel as though we're missing a step, which is Francia deciding to give her the kidney.
Yes, I think she had wanted it to be this big moment where she kind of presented it, and maybe the fact that that moment was taken away made her feel a bit funny. But in this video, you could tell she was very honest about how scary it was.
Yeah.
Francia says they make you take a 2-hour course to educate you on what giving up a kidney means for your life, and it was just a scary process learning everything. In September 2017, so after the surgery, Selena shared that photo that a lot of people have seen of Francia and her in hospital, and she writes in the caption, "Finally, there aren't words to describe how I can possibly thank my beautiful friend Francia Razor. She gave me the ultimate gift and sacrifice by donating her kidney to me. I'm incredibly blessed. I love you so much, sis."
This is a rogue question. Do you reckon you get paid?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It sounded like it was a very altruistic type vibe. I think organ harvesting, wouldn't it, if you're paying for someone's kidney?
I don't know, it's America.
True.
I wouldn't think so in Australia, but I just wonder,
I don't know, it feels wrong. In 2018...
You'd want to get them something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's illegal to pay for somebody's organ.
You'd get them something.
It's got to be out of the kindness of your heart. In 2018, a rumour starts that Francia and Selena have fallen out because of Selena's unhealthy lifestyle and excessive drinking that would damage the kidney Francia gave her. I need to state the extent to which there is nothing to support this particular claim.
Great rumour,
as in, Francia has never said anything, Selena's never said anything. People who have said anything include people on social media.
I'm going to quote something back to you.
What?
Where there's smoke, there's fire. All right? Where there is smoke, there is fire.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is some smoke.
A bit of smoke. All right, well.
We don't know where it's coming from, but I wonder if Selena thinks of Francia every time she wheezes.
Yeah, does she think?
Because everything she drinks goes through Francia.
Yeah.
And out her urethra.
Okay. Well, keep that in mind that if there's smoke, there's fire, because we do get a bit of a blow up. But if social media is anything to go by, they did seem a bit hot and cold for a few years there.
Whereas you'd think you'd be pretty hot.
In a TikTok video at the end of 2021, Selena did a duet with a doctor. So a duet is when you've just found a video and then
you like stitch it together and you say something.
You do it side by side and it's you reacting to it.
Yeah.
So the doctor is citing the CDC's definition of heavy drinking as 15 or more drinks a week for men and 8 or more drinks per week for women. And in the video, Selena is listening to the doctor and reacting by biting her nail and wincing and being like, ooh. So she's essentially saying, I'm a heavy drinker.
Yeah. And it's like, would you feel weird if that was your kidney?
Yes. One fan.
Because your kidney is like, I don't know, it's like working hard.
It's like treat my kidney well.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One fan wrote, so one of your best friends gives you her kidney and you continue to drink excessively. Damn, Selena. And Selena responded, it was a joke, ass.
Oh.
I don't understand the word ass at the end of that.
Not really.
But I guess she's saying it was a joke. I was just kidding.
Okay.
I'm not a heavy drinker. Basically, the idea is that you shouldn't drink a lot after a kidney donation because the kidneys of heavy drinkers have to work harder, and heavy drinking on a regular basis has been found to double the risk for kidney disease. So there is a link between drinking and your kidneys.
You've been given a fresh one.
You've been given a new one. But I guess the moral question is, if someone gives you their kidney, do they get a say in how you treat that kidney?
Wise.
/ do I get a say in how you treat that other person's kidney?
I think we get to do a naughty thing every now and then. We just don't broadcast it because people feel possessive of their organs in other people.
Okay.
All right.
But more than that, because it's
yours.
You now have one kidney.
Yeah. And it's like you don't have the luxury of going hard on drinking now, right?
Yeah. Then Selena's documentary comes out last year.
Me, you, and me and my mind. Yes.
Me, you, my mind, and
me. Yeah.
No, we shouldn't make fun. But every documentary is called Me, myself, and I.
And my mind.
And my mind.
And me.
And pieces.
Pieces of you.
My story, pieces of you.
Pieces of you, and my mind and me. Okay.
Anyway, she makes this documentary.
Yeah.
Incredibly candid about her mental health struggles. Francia doesn't get a mention. She talks about lupus, she talks about her condition a lot.
She mentions that she got a transplant, but she doesn't say who from. And again, there's a lack of referencing.
Yeah, there is. And you would think you might mention it in passing. Or you would think if they were still friends, Francia might just in passing be in the documentary.
Yeah, a lot of her friends feature. Not Francia.
In the promo for My Mind and Me, Selena did an interview with Rolling Stone, and she said, I never fit in with a cool group of girls that were celebrities. My only friend in the industry really is Taylor. Is Taylor Swift. So I remember.
What did Taylor give her?
So I remember feeling like I didn't belong. Now, when E! News shared that quote on Instagram on like a tile, Francia commented, one word, interesting. Which, love that choice of words. I want to comment that on just anything. Someone shares like their engagement. Interesting.
So I would comment, I'm Francia. I say that. I comment 5 words.
What?
I'll have my kidney back.
No, please, XX.
Please.
Well, she doesn't. She just says interesting. Then Selena responds to a TikTok about the drama saying, sorry I didn't mention every person I know.
Well, it's not every person you know. There's one person who's giving you a kidney.
It's not, sorry I didn't mention every person I know. That's not what anyone's asking you to do. Francia did eventually post a story on Instagram saying there's no bad blood between me and anyone, and I'm so proud of #MyMindAndMe. But I don't know.
What if someone gives you a kidney, it's clear it's awkward and you don't really pick that up till after that maybe they didn't want to, but you've got the kidney by then. It's not really, not to worry. They've given you a kidney and then they're a bit of a bitch. Do you still have to be nice to them?
Because that's interesting.
Because you've got the kidney.
We assume that Selena has gone, I've got your kidney. Thanks for that. I'm moving on.
Nah. But it could be that Francia
could be the other way around.
Just annoying.
Francia was like, ever since I gave you my kidney,
yeah,
you're being different.
Yeah.
And she's moved on. My vibe is if someone gives you their kidney, got to be friends with them for life.
Interesting.
Otherwise, give the kidney back.
I actually don't know a doctor that would give it back.
Okay.
Based on angst. Like, it's not even a real fight. It's just like, we feel weird ever since the kidney was done. Can you give it back and we'll find another?
We're beefing on Instagram.
Just
want to
give it
just
back.
do a
Give some of
swapsies.
it back. Yeah.
Or she can have my liver. Do you know?
yeah.
Do a tradies.
Yeah. Yep.
We have a very recent update to this drama. On March 10, Selena Gomez appeared on Apple TV's documentary series Dear ... Have you heard of it? No, neither. We'll get to that.
Okay.
And she acknowledged the time Francia gave her kidney. She said, my best friend, her name is Francia. She still, she said, no, I am absolutely getting tested. Remembered Selena. She was remembering about how Francia got tested to see if she was compatible.
Yep.
And within 3 days, she went to get tested and she was a match. And it was one of those moments where I felt watched over. I know I was so lucky.
She's very gaudy. There's not a problem with that.
No,
but
just
I've just
a comment.
noticed. Yeah.
So is Justin.
Yeah, they probably bonded over that. But then so's Hailey.
Great point. I understand that doesn't happen for a lot of people. And I know the outcome of some of those situations and how serious they are. So I do not take it lightly that it's happened to me that way. I will never, ever, ever be more in debt to a person than Francia.
I needed to hear those words.
Yeah.
I've waited so long to hear those. Cancelled listeners have waited a long time to hear those words out of Selena's mouth.
It's interesting that this is the week we're doing this episode.
Yeah.
And this is the week she's chosen to put out a statement because she's been listening to Cancel. She's gone, they're going to do it. They're going to do it and they're going to acknowledge that I haven't
been indebted enough.
And so the internet is like, see, there was no feud. It's her best friend. She's grateful for the kidney.
No. We can't just overlook that. That was a feud.
That's what I will say is there's still such evidence as the awkward Instagram comment.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they just don't generally seem as close.
No.
One comment doesn't make me think any differently.
And as we have often said, where there is smoke, there is fire. And there was stuff going on here.
And has Francia, does she appear in the documentary? Or has she said anything back?
She does not.
Yeah, it's tension.
I wonder when this Apple TV show was filmed. Could I have Googled that? Maybe. But I didn't. And I reckon it was potentially that me, myself, my brain, and myself and I came out. And then people said,
enough.
You didn't acknowledge enough. So she said, where can I acknowledge? And they said, this show.
Dear ...
Exactly.
Has a spot.
So she's done it. And is that a very cynical way of looking at it? Certainly. But
we're cynics here.
We are. And I just think that the absence of the kidney story in her documentary
spoke volumes.
Exactly. And this, honestly, where we're at now, it's a legal mess for the courtroom. It's a legal mess.
It is. Because I was finding her guilty 2 minutes ago.
Because the vibe remains
weird.
That she's not grateful enough. The vibe remains. Has she spoken?
But she says she is.
But does it sound convincing? Sure. But too little too late. That's a new entrance
too late
into the
March
courtroom.
10th, it's too late.
Yes. Side note, there's a rumour that Selena doesn't actually have lupus because when she was interviewed one time, she was talking about getting chemotherapy because she had chemotherapy for lupus. She was talking about having chemotherapy and instead of lupus, she said leukemia.
Oh.
And everyone picked up on that, run with it. She's lying about lupus. And to that I say, do any of us fake lupus and have a kidney transplant for no reason?
Yeah, that's too far. Not even Mel Gibson had a transplant.
Actually, very true. No, there's a point at which our lies, we let it go. Jessie, a rude interview. In her Apple TV documentary, Mind and Me, there's a scene where Selena is doing a press tour and she's being asked very basic questions by lots of outlets, like what's your favourite colour? Really dumb questions. Then a journalist asks, you're a singer, you're an actor, you worked in production, in fashion. Is there any other hat you would like to try? Selena likes this question. Oh, she thinks it's more in-depth than the ones she's already been asked. And she perks up a little bit after seeming pretty low energy for the whole interview.
Is there any other hat you would like to try?
I gotta say I'll do a little bit of all of this for a while. But eventually, when it all slows down for me, I'm probably going to devote most of my life to philanthropy.
Okay, that's good for me.
Wow, thank you. Appreciate it.
I know. Thank you very much.
Felt like you really understood.
I've seen this clip on TikTok.
In the green room afterwards, Selena says, I'm done. I can't do that anymore.
Do you know how like cheap it makes me feel? Like, she's asking me questions, like good ones, and then she didn't even pay attention to what I was saying. I don't want to do that ever again. I feel like a product.
She then starts ranting about how she feels like a product and it makes her feel like Disney, and how her outfit makes her look like a fucking witch, which feels like it's not the interviewer's fault. But I have a few points on this because I'm quite passionate. This went viral as evidence of how badly Selena Gomez was treated by media. Very hard disagree. Firstly, interviewers, particularly with people like Selena Gomez, have a matter of minutes, usually between
headline
6 and 8. I've done it.
Name a celebrity who doesn't say philanthropy.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, they actually haven't really done anything and they don't know what they're talking about. And most importantly, you have to have some self-awareness about why people care about you. And if you want to try and put a spotlight on it, fine. But you and me and my mind and I, that's about you, Selena. And people want to know about your music. And I agree that what's your favourite colour is a silly question or whatever, but this is part of the game.
It is. So in those 6 to 8 minutes, you can't have a profound conversation.
Nah.
You can't sit down and find out what Selena Gomez thinks the meaning of life is. There's going to be a certain type of question you can ask. And depending on the publication, if you're interviewing her for 17 magazine, you're not going to ask her about politics. The interviewer clearly wasn't wrapping up the interview because she was bored or uninterested.
No, she was given a slot. She was
She has
probably
a
being
slot.
wrapped by a publicist behind the scenes.
No one would wrap up an interview with Selena Gomez early.
No.
No journalist would do that. Secondly, when you're on a press tour, reporters have a really limited amount of things they're allowed to ask you about.
Yeah.
So on this press tour...
I bet she couldn't ask about the kidney.
Yeah, exactly. She would have been told, don't go near Francia, don't go near the kidney.
Yeah.
It's usually strictly related to the project, and all of them are trying to make it interesting and turn it into a headline. And I am sorry, but Selena Gomez is interested in philanthropy is not a headline. Would you click, Jessie?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
No one's reading that. I'm sorry, Selena. Selena is also completely flat in her answers. She has no energy and then gets annoyed at this reporter for not being impressed enough by her wanting to do philanthropy.
Yeah, it's not profound.
It makes me so mad because the division between what that reporter would have been getting paid versus what Selena Gomez is getting paid, and Selena's angry that she's not getting enough attention for wanting to do philanthropy. It's also, finally, incredibly unfair for Selena to use her huge platform that she has in that documentary to shame that journalist who has no right of reply, was only doing her job, and there is absolutely no context provided around it in terms of how those things actually work.
Can I talk about the documentary now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, these are my notes. Because I was thinking, I watched the ad first to just see if it was my vibe. And I was thinking that it would be fun if someone, I mean, our listeners are too lazy, but maybe who listen to other podcasts, were to make a compilation of us over really emotive music. And it's us getting on stage, just like stepping out there and we're laughing like, in slow motion. And then we visit our childhood home, but we're just in sweats.
Okay,
you know?
that's very Selena.
And then it's like us on a bed with like our dog, like giving the dog a kiss, and then like we're asleep because it's so tiring. And then a random lady is telling me, you save lives. And I like give them a hug or whatever. And then I'm staring at myself in the mirror, just like grappling with me, myself and I. And then it reaches a crescendo and I'm just on stage. I lost you halfway through that fantasy. But... Anyway, then I was like, okay, I've got to watch this documentary.
Okay, you liked it. Okay.
It starts and she's upset because her body is not womanly enough. It's too young. She thinks she looks too young.
Okay.
Can't relate.
I want to have the body to wear it proudly, and then I want the booty that I don't have. My body's very young, making sure I look like a woman and not like a 12-year-old boy.
She's worried her performance is really bad, blah, 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 blah. Then one of her friends is like, Selena Gomez had this breakdown. She was like, that was just her reaction was so American. And then Selena is doing a voiceover and she's like, my thoughts take over my mind often.
Okay.
I don't think that's as profound as you think it is. But this was where it got really good.
Okay.
She goes to her childhood home, right? And I love this when famous people go back to their childhood home to be like, look at what a poor person I was. Look at the squalor I lived in. But someone lives there now.
Oh, yeah.
And so she takes a camera crew in and she's like, look at the sadness.
Yeah.
Look at what I became. So she takes them through her sad childhood home. And then she goes to like a neighbor, I don't really understand, but maybe a friend's family or something that was down the road. And she sees a friend's mum who is completely bald because of treatment that she's been undergoing. And Selena goes, don't get up. And she said, I can't get up, right? Like she's that ill.
Okay. Yeah.
I need to paint a picture.
Yeah.
She says that she's broken her ankle twice in the last 12 months, this friend's mum. I would assume looking at her that she's got really serious cancer or something.
Yeah.
That woman then asks Selena how her health is.
Okay.
And Selena spends 5 minutes talking about her health.
Okay.
And that really sums it up, is that it is reeking of main character energy.
Oh, yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me.
She goes
at
to
all.
her school, she rings a buzzer. They say, you need ID to get in. And she laughs in their face and says, I don't have ID. I'm Selena Gomez.
And they say,
they're not going to let you in because there's school shootings in Texas. Okay?
Because there's terror
You need
threats.
some ID. Anyway, they eventually let her in.
Okay. Wow, thanks for
I
watching
probably
that.
won't watch the second half.
Thanks for doing that for the listeners.
All right.
Moving on to sleep. Your contributions are so erratic. Selena's feud with Lorde. It's 2013.
Yeah.
Is there a timeline we're following here? God, no. Selena released a song called Come and Get It. We've already referenced it once. Jessie, why don't you give it a sing?
I can't remember the first couple.
When you're ready, come and get it. Na, 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 na. Na, na, na,
and
na.
it's about getting sex.
Yeah.
It's about when you're ready for sex, come and get it from me.
Yeah.
And I'll be here, ready.
Okay? Beautiful. It says right here in my notes, a certified bop.
It is.
Okay?
It is.
But Lorde doesn't like it. Lorde, whose song Royals was popular at the time, said, I'm a feminist. And the theme of her song is, when you're ready, come and get it from me.
I wouldn't say it's the theme. I would say it's lyrics.
That's explicitly what it says. She says,
I feel like the song is about coming and getting it. Yeah, well, that's the title. It's called Come and Get It.
She says, I'm sick of women being portrayed this way. She later added in an interview with MTV, I have pretty strong morals and opinions being in pop music, and I can't help but express those, which I think people appreciate. So the lyrics, just for more context, are like, I'll be sitting right here, real patient, all day, all night. I'll be waiting, stand by. And basically it's like, if you're ready, come and get it. Come and get the sex.
No. Okay.
But then Gomez did an interview with Flaunt magazine and said, actually, Lorde is the one holding women back. I actually covered her song in all of my shows that I've done so far. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue that.
She's upset.
Because she thinks I'm a hoe.
I don't like that.
It's not very
Has
nice.
she heard my song? Good for you. It's about
looking
sex.
good for a man. Does she like that one? No, Selena. Gomez then said a similar thing again, but with different words.
Yeah.
Feminism and that specific thing is very sensitive because, in my opinion, it's not feminism if you're tearing down other artists.
Absolutely.
So that's the only thing that I feel. But she's young. She's more like she's got so much talent, and she's gonna take over. She gets it.
Exactly.
I don't take it to heart.
I reckon that Selena has made up with Lorde because for a time there they were both friends with Taylor. Now, Lorde has since, she's not really friends with Taylor anymore. But I don't think that's anything to do with Selena.
Maybe they're both not friends. No, Selena's still friends with Taylor.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's a
they
best
have
friend.
new beef.
True. Moving on to being problematic. Speaking of come and get it, na. It's 2014 and Selena gets on stage at the MTV Movie Awards and performs her sexy song. But to accompany her sexy song, she needed a sexy outfit. Any ideas?
I would wear kind of like a dominatrix style leather thing.
Come and get it.
Come and get it. Like I'm a cat or something.
No.
Okay.
Because Sweetie went full Bollywood. She wore a bindi on her forehead, which traditionally was worn by women for religious purposes to indicate that they were married, but it's now more of a beauty mark in
Like
Indian
Southeast
culture.
yeah, Southeast Asian culture.
But just noting Selena is American, she has some Italian and some Mexican, neither of which are Indian. Jessie,
Not geographically close.
please describe what you see here.
So not only does she have the bindi in the middle of her forehead, she also has the full Bollywood get-up, like the red. I think red is very big in Bollywood, all the gold chains, and she does appear to be doing Bollywood dance moves with her hands, and her backup dancers appear to be also doing Bollywood dance moves.
It's very strange because the song has nothing to do.
No, it's about coming to getting it.
Yeah. So I'm going to just play 1 minute of her 2014 performance. Commentary is encouraged.
Oh, wow. These are all Bollywood moves that we're seeing right now. Oh, the crowd's getting into the Bollywood.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of Southeast Asian women on stage. They are all white women.
All her styling is Bollywood
I would say the
inspired.
top half, but the bottom half appears to be naked.
Yeah.
So you don't often see Bollywood stars naked from the waist down, but that's her impression.
They've actually tried to make her look Indian.
Yes, and even the gold anklets and that kind of thing. The dancing feels offensive with the soliciting of the male gaze so explicitly. Feels like maybe not an understanding of Indian culture, perhaps.
How do we feel about the singing?
You got the kind of love that I want. Let me get that. Let me get that. And baby wants to get it.
Oh, yes, the singing's very off key. I went, oh.
Isn't it disappointing?
I didn't realise Selena Gomez couldn't sing, and then I went, no, I think I did.
I think I knew that.
I think I did know that.
Yeah.
She's very off key.
But
I found that actually almost more distracting than the Bollywood-inspired moves.
Yeah, and when you've got so many talents, we can't be great at all of them.
No,
can we?
Such as singing,
dancing, acting, producing.
Exactly. And look, it was 2013, right? So cultural appropriation wasn't something that people were totally across. They weren't getting cancelled for it yet, so she might not have known, give her the benefit of the doubt. But looking back on this 10 years later, very uncomfortable.
It is. Look, there's other stuff. She worked with Woody Allen, like every other famous person in Hollywood. She also, during Black Lives Matter, this is really important, she didn't hashtag Black Lives Matter. And so
what did she hashtag?
She didn't hashtag anything. And we all know that if you don't hashtag, then
Dirty
you don't
racist.
care. Yeah. People got really upset about that.
Wow.
So if you look at lists, there are people who just compile lists of like, here you go. I've got all the problematic things. I went through one of the lists and it was hilarious. One of them was the time she hit Justin Bieber. And I'm like, oh.
And there was a video. I
There's
saw
a
this
video.
and there's a video and then I clicked on the video and she didn't hit him.
Yeah, I just watched it over and over again.
I've missed it.
Yeah, and I went, no, I haven't. She didn't do it.
Yep.
And like Justin Bieber went to rehab and she did a dance with her friends. Well, she didn't know. And she's going to do a dance with her friends. She's in her 20s. I don't know what to say about that.
Fine.
There was a lot of just trying to make her problematic when she wasn't.
And there's enough to charge and sentence her
there
with
is.
without grasping at straws.
You know what was interesting about that list? No mention of the kidney.
Which is a number one cancelable
Yeah.
offence. All right, charges and sentences.
You go first.
All right, my charge. Not having enough respect for someone else's organ. Oh, I'm speaking specifically about a kidney there. Sorry.
Okay, good. Well, no, but we do need to be broad because if a case like this
That comes up again, then we need to say, no, it's generally organs. I don't know what other organs are transferable.
And
No, because then you'll lose your eye.
Yeah, but you might if you're really selfless.
Which is related to, and this is another crime that I'm going to enter into the cancel courtroom for good into the rule book. And that is exuding too much main character energy. Right? I saw this in an interview recently with an Australian singer who said, fame gives you main character energy. It makes you annoying, basically.
Yeah.
And I just saw that with Selena, even going into her school. It's like no one has more main character energy than Selena.
I mean, isn't that just every single famous person?
Yeah, that's why it's a good one.
Okay, yeah.
for the rule book.
Because I will say she has been the main character since she was like 5.
7 on Barney.
Yeah.
So the sentence I struggle with a little bit.
You always do.
Yeah, because I brainstormed and then I didn't really come up with one because I got distracted by me and my mind and I. Maybe she could make a documentary just about her friend's kidney.
Yeah, okay.
Like, not about the transplant, just kind of about the kidney, right?
Okay.
And it's like going out on stage, but it's a kidney.
And give it a bit of a name
Yeah,
and a
and like a meet
personality.
and greet, but it's a kidney.
Yeah.
And the kidney's wearing like a hat and sunnies and like there's all the paparazzi and stuff and the kidney's kind of shielding its face from everyone.
Before we get to my charge and sentence, I guess the question is, did she acknowledge the kidney enough in the Apple TV documentary?
I think we're in agreement about that.
Like she made what, a few comments?
What's the saying? Words are empty, actions speak louder. I don't know what I want her to do, but I'm just putting that on the table.
I do think that there are some kidney-related actions that we're missing.
Yes.
And so my answer to did she acknowledge it enough is absolutely not. Nothing
will be enough for us.
No.
And I think that's probably something we need to be real about within ourselves.
But the other thing is that, elephant in the room, no one's watched that documentary, Dear ... I hadn't heard of it. I don't think it's called Dear ... I think it's called Dear. But I think Selena went, this is a publicity moment for me to acknowledge the kidney.
But we're finding her guilty for not acknowledging the kidney on her other platform.
Exactly.
Which is the doco. Her doco.
Me, myself, and Irene. Me, myself,
where it was
and
a big
Irene.
gaping hole. So you can't just go on Dear ... a year later and think you can make up for it.
No, and
them the rules.
I think it's important that no one had heard of that show until Selena talked about her kidney. So it's not enough for me personally. So my charge and sentence is as follows. Plagiarism kidney-wise.
Okay.
So what she's done is she's used someone else's kidney and she has not referenced it appropriately.
That's a really good point.
If she had been to university, she would have realised you can use it. It's there for you to use.
Boise footnote.
Where is it? Come on.
So on Wiki, where it says Selena Gomez, however old she is, it should have a little 1 next to it, and then you should go down.
Yeah.
And it says Francia's kidney.
Well, my sentence is, I need her to reference the kidney when she uses it. At the end of every performance when she works on a project. Selena Gomez, feet, Francia's kidney.
Even Murders in the Building.
Yeah.
I reckon its own credit because it'll be Selena Gomez and then I reckon just completely separately Francia's kidney is
like
also
alphabetically.
In it. Yeah.
Alphabetically, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably more likely K.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people go, is that someone's name, Francia's kidney?
No,
No, it's literally Francia's
You'll notice
kidney.
it's in nearly every scene.
Well, it's in every scene with Selena.
Please let us know what your sentence and charge is in the reviews. So you can give us 5 stars. Let us know. What we love about that is that it gets 5 stars, which helps people find us. And then when they read the reviews, they won't understand what the podcast is about, which is our favourite combination.
But it also defeats the purpose, which is excellent. But seriously, giving us a rating and a review helps people find the show, which I think is important because we're doing God's work.
Yes, I know that's like a boring thing and it's not you're busy, you're just lazy. So what you can do is just give us 5 stars and don't worry about the review.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Or leave half a review, it's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Cancelled.
You can also find all the receipts for today's episode on @the_twins_thoughts on Instagram.
The executive producer of Cancelled is Talissa Bazaz.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
If you have loved listening today, become part of the community that makes you feel seen, heard, and understood like never before. Subscribe to Mamamia. There's a link in the show notes.